All right, guys, I'm here with a little bit of a comparison video. Some of you guys have been asking me for. You were asking me people were saying that they wanted to see a comparison between the Toys Works Punisher, which I just happen to have, and the Hot Toys Punisher that just came out. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at all the accessories by comparing them, and then we're gonna compare the figures and the head sculpt and all that good stuff to give you kind of a nice basis and a look to make your decision in your purchase for which one you want to get. This one I got for $169 on eBay. That's generally cheaper than I've been seeing around lately. I've been seeing them around for like $189, and then this is $234. So you're looking at anywhere from $50 to $70 more for the Hot Toys. So, but we're gonna go ahead and see if there's a huge gap in quality and see if this one's actually worth the money. All right, we're gonna start by comparing the accessories. Now, everything on the left, everything in my left, and your left too, is going to be the Toys Works. And then everything on the right is going to be the Hot Toys. So, just as a basis for comparison. So, we'll start with the coats. So, this is the Toys Works coat, and this is the Hot Toys coat. And you can see pretty quickly that the Hot Toys has a higher quality. Now the build is different. Obviously, this one's a lot lighter, glossier looking and stuff like that. This one feels better too. This one feels a little bit thicker and way sturdier and way better of a build. But again, you're paying for that in the figure. So then here's a look at the back. And you can see it's a completely different coat. Just even in the stitching and stuff like that, So we'll get a better look. And this one, the Hot Toys coat has a definite better kind of a leather grain look to it. So that right off the bat is that right there is enough of a better coat, kind of a comparison. But the inside of the liner is actually a little bit better too. You can see the inside of the liner. It's probably hard to tell on camera, but this one, everything just on the Hot Toys coat feels thicker and more sturdy. This is a bit flimsy and kind of weak. So there's that. And then here's the belt, the bullet belts for the miniguns here. Again, this is Hot Toys. This is Toys Works. And you can see the Hot Toys is way longer. It's way bigger, and the paint is actually better. And it's not as this one. The Toys Works one is stiff, and this is a lot easier to kind of deal with and move around. It's also, this one's a lot thinner too, so it's shorter and thinner. This one's longer and thicker. The Hot Toys one's longer and thicker. So there's that. All right, now we're going to compare the miniguns. Now, the big thing on the minigun you're going to notice, well, you should notice right off the bat, is the paint app on the Hot Toys is a lot better than the Toys Works. It's also a bit bigger. The Hot Toys minigun is a bit bigger too. So the paint app is a lot better. It's also got a different sort of handle on it. The Toys Works has this kind of looping sort of handle. This one also, again, feels heavier. It feels sturdier. And it also has this on the bottom here, this attachment. This one does not have that. I mean, this one, the Hot Toys one, definitely looks more imposing, and it looks way bigger. And I'm not doing any forced perspective here. This is right next to each other. So this one's way smaller. It's something I didn't notice until now. The barrels on the Hot Toys minigun is thicker and everything's longer. But yeah, this, you can just tell the build quality is a lot better. So there's that. Now, let's take a look at the sniper rifles. So, again, this is the Toys Works. This is the Hot Toys. Now, on this Toys Works one, the magazine keeps on falling out. It will not stay on for whatever reason. It just won't stay. It's not very sturdy in there. And then also, the stock here is flimsy, and this, goes flying off to the side. Now, the Hot Toys one is a lot better. Now, you can see, again, the sculpting is similar, and the paint app is different. But again, the Toys Works one is smaller. And, and actually the figure itself is a bit smaller itself. So it's not really a true 1/6 scale, I think. It's a bit smaller. It might even, it's a weird scale. It's probably like 1/6.5 or 1/7 or something like that, or something weird. But I don't have that problem with the Hot Toys. The magazine stays in. Yeah. So there's that. You can see, like, so it's, you know, the sculpting is similar, but it's just the quality is way, way different, way worse in my opinion. And again, like, you can move this here on the Hot Toys. You can't really do it. You can just move this up and down like this. But oh, here we go. So you can get it, okay. But it's not as easy also. And I also feel like this is so flimsy, I'm afraid I'm going to break it too. So, you know, that's another thing to consider. So there's that. Now the Toys Works one comes with an M4 for whatever reason. So, and then the Hot Toys one does not. As you can see, like, the buttstock comes off. Like, kind of my problem with this Toys Works one was the fact that everything was just cheaply put together. You know, you're kind of getting what you pay for, and you know what I mean. And you'll see on the figure too, like, you know, some of the differences with that too. So, but you don't get one of those with the Hot Toys. But you do get a knife with the Hot Toys, which I showed you in my review. And you know, the Toys Works does not come with one of those. So they also come with 2 different revolvers. You get a revolver, sorry, and then you get a handgun. You get like a 1911 sort of style handgun. And then this is the Hot Toys version. And again, the quality is just ridiculous. Like, the Hot Toys version is just so much better. So much better. Like, now the Toys Works, you know, the magazine doesn't come out. The slide doesn't move. It's just very cheaply done. You know, whereas on the Hot Toys one, the cylinder comes out. So you can have it look like he's actually loading some rounds in, stuff like that. And it's a better looking gun too. So, you know, there's that. What else? So I kind of want to just show you the difference in the color of the hands too. This is the Toys Works. This is Hot Toys. Again. So the paint app on the Hot Toys hand is just so much better. So much more lifelike and real looking. And it matches the head sculpt perfectly. And the body. So they were able to match the color of the skin on the body and the hands and the head sculpt very well, which is something you'll see in the Toys Works figure. They didn't do that at all very well. So, you know, as you can see. Plus, all this stuff, this has a better look of skin to it as well. This is a lot better coming across as an actual, you know, something that has human skin on it. This is just like, it looks plasticky. It looks like a wax figure, basically. Something you'd see at Madame Tussauds or something like that. So, all right, guys, we'll come right back, and then we're going to compare the figures. All right, guys, here's a look at the figures side by side. You got your Toys Works, and then you got your Hot Toys figure. I think it's pretty apparent that you can see the difference in the quality just kind of right off the bat. One thing you'll notice this thing drove me nuts when I first unpacked the figure in the Toys Works was how plasticky his arms look. It is just terrible. You know, the joints and stuff are kind of similar to the Hot Toys, which, you know, I guess is okay, but like just the paint app and like how the arms look in comparison to like the head sculpt and the rest of the body, even the hands, it just doesn't look right. It looks plasticky and just like fake, like a Ken doll or something like that. So that's one big knock against it. Another thing is, like, you can see the vest is way more flimsy. This one's way more like sturdy, and there's more to it. It's a lot better done. It's like kind of like what you'll see, like what you'll notice is, just everything with the Hot Toys just done just so much better. I think I'm going to say it right now, I think you get your money's worth way better with Hot Toys than you do with the Toys Works. So, what else? Of course, the head sculpt, too, is another thing we're going to look at. I think the head sculpt on the Hot Toys is way better. It's just, a lot of it has to do with the paint app. The paint looks a lot better on the Hot Toys. Another thing is the pants are different, clearly. But he has more of a cargo pant. And again, these feel flimsy. Just very, very flimsy. And then you get down to their boots. he has those boots that I like, the ones where you can actually, you know, it has ankle pivot, and these are just kind of like your standard old style, kind of 6 scale. You know, they look almost kind of World War II-ish, like maybe from like a World War II figure kind of boot. So, needless to say, I think like the Hot Toys, as far as screen accuracy, is going to be a lot better. So, let's take a look at the head sculpts here. So here you go. Here's a direct comparison of the head sculpts, and just this one is just, the Hot Toys is eons better than this one. It's not horrible. It's not bad. It has a decent likeness of Jon Bernthal, but this is just leaps and way better. It's just so much better done as far as like paint app and stuff like that. It's not shabby. It's not terrible, but you know, this one would have been good, like maybe from like, you know, in 10 years ago, like 2008 or so. You know, that would have looked, you know, great. But you know, Hot Toys have just kind of, you know, they've made so many far advancements in technologies and stuff like that in sculpting. Like this one is just so much better, just right off the bat. Like, now of course this one has more battle damage, but I mean, kind of, it's like, what do you want? Do you want accuracy or do you want battle damage? So this one has, Hot Toys does have battle damage, but geez, yeah, in my opinion, the Hot Toys is way better. Just like, especially when you see like the profiles and stuff, and you can tell they've done it from actual reference photographs too, just from like how bang on they've gotten it and everything like that. Which, you know, that's why like from the kind of the front, this one doesn't look, the Toys Works doesn't look completely garbage, but that's because they're not really working from reference photographs where they have, you know, different turnarounds of the actor. And going down to the vest, you can just kind of see like just how much better the Hot Toys is as far as like build quality. This is really sort of thin and kind of just flimsy, and it's only held by like those kind of really terrible straps on the top here. I'll show you. Now you see the straps here? Look how terrible those are, and then look at that. You know, and again, these are screen accurate too. The Hot Toys is screen accurate, so you know, that's another thing to keep in mind. And just like the body on this one's bigger. He looks more muscular too. That's another thing, is like he looks kind of skinny and flimsy, whereas like, and almost to a different scale almost, because the head even looks smaller too. Like, it's just weird. It's just some kind of weird scale this one's at. So, in my opinion. And then take a look at the pants here. And then here's the arm issue. Let me show you the arm issue. I mean, look at that. Hold on, let me get a better look here. It's just kind of awkward trying to hold two figures, but look at how terrible these arms look. Just awful. And this is like skin tone here, what you'd want to see out of a figure. You can tell that Hot Toys tooled this body. This is like a special body for this figure. So you're paying the higher price, but you're also getting a better product all the way around. Something that it was engineered for this figure. So that's something else you need to keep in mind. And then you can see the pants are done better. So that's better. And then kind of going down to the boots. And then going down to the boots, like, I just prefer the Hot Toys boot. Way more to it. Can't really articulate this one at all. You know, just barely moves side to side, but no real pivot, just a little bit. I mean, you can kind of fudge it a little bit from moving the peg on the inside, but you know, this one, you have the Hot Toys, you have full ankle pivot here, so it's way better. So, all right, we'll come back and I'll give you my final verdict. Another thing I wanted to show you was the Daredevil cowl that came with the Punisher. It's this one. So you can see right off the bat, it's a completely different cowl. Totally different. So, and this is the one that goes in the Daredevil figure. Also, you can't put it on the figure because it has, this peg goes on the head thing for the Daredevil figure. So you put this on the peg, and then the mouthpiece goes on there. So you totally, and this is smaller than this one. So you can't even use it. I know it doesn't look smaller like this, but it's smaller through here. So you totally cannot use this to put this on a Daredevil figure. So I mean, it's just like I said, it was just an extra accessory that you could just use to put in this hand or on the base or whatever. So, all right, guys. So to me, this is kind of a like in for a penny, in for a pound sort of a situation. You're gonna spend at least 160 to 180 on this one. So, and it's really not that good of a figure, and it's not that great. This was kind of a good sort of in the interim sort of figure. This one came out before this one was announced, I think. Kind of a stopgap sort of figure if you're really anxious to get one and you didn't want to wait for it. But now that this is out and or coming out soon, I think you should definitely spend the money and get the Hot Toys. It's definitely worth it. I mean, it's only about 60 to 70 more, and you're already gonna be spending that much money. It's like, just use them, just save a little bit more money and get the Hot Toys version, because it's way better in pretty much every single way. And I don't say this as somebody who doesn't hold Hot Toys' feet to the fire. I definitely do. Like, I did not like Daredevil at all. That one's totally not worth the money. So, but this one is in comparison to this one. And I still think this is a great figure, and especially compared to this one. The Hot Toys is like leaps and bounds better than the Toys work. So my suggestion is to get the Hot Toys, and don't even consider this one. All right, guys, give me a like if you like this video. Subscribe down below if you want to see more of my reviews and or comparisons. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching this video, and have a great day, and happy collecting.